a face to face. Either we keep playing games or we cut to the chase.
What's up, y'all? It's Chase, and welcome to Cut to the Chase. And I'm here with my co-host,
Deshaun Hollywood.
and as you know,
We're super excited to have you guys tonight, and we are definitely about to cut to the chase. And tonight's episode is super lit because we are going to be talking about fashion. You know, what fashion means to me, what fashion means to you, what fashion means to everybody out there. Because, you know, fashion is definitely something that can start many different conversations. So we're just excited to tap into that tonight to just, you know, kind of pick you guys' brains and see how we're feeling in the fashion rim.
Ooh. Period. And how fashion relates to us in everyday life.
Yes.
When we wake up. So my question to you,
Okay.
and we can kind of both answer this, but to you, and I want to say to you,
Okay.
because people don't understand that. They don't understand that, you know, when I'm talking to you, it's for you. Not
Period.
for everybody.
Okay.
So to you, what is style? How do you define style?
Okay, so to me, honestly, like, I think style is all about expression on how you feel in that moment. Like, one of the things that I always used to tell people is, like, I don't dress according to the weather. I dress according to how I feel. So regardless of if it's rain, snow, sun, whatever outside, I'm not dressing according to that. Like, I'm dressing to how I feel, how I woke up, and what headspace I was in that moment. And to me, that's what style is, because you're not dressing according to anything but how you feel on what your authentic style is. Like, that's what I think style is. What do you think style is?
Honestly, it pretty much what you described. Like, it's personality. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Because, like, you can definitely tell. To me, I can always tell how a person is based on what they're wearing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
to me, it's just like a self-expression. You know, so, like, I can look at somebody and tell, like, oh, you are really going through it, girl. Or I can tell, like, oh, she really feeling herself.
Or
Like, you
you're
know what
not
I'm saying?
very confident.
Or you're not very confident. Yeah, exactly. So, to me, I
You keep
think
tugging and pulling at your outfit. Like, you definitely, like, not secure
you're not
about
happy
it.
about what you pull out, so you're not really confident. So
Yes.
yeah, it's, to me, style is just a self-expression, and
So-
pretty much what you said.
Oh, I have a question. Like, since you kind of brought that up,
Yeah.
like, you're like, I know exactly like how like someone is feeling or what they're going through.
Yeah.
Why do you think people are judged by their style?
So, to me, I feel like that when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you see when you look into the mirror is yourself, right? You're the first person who sees you when you open those eyes, unless you're in a relationship. But besides that, so I feel like that before you walk out those doors, you see exactly what you have on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're already telling me what I need to be expecting from you. So I'm already like, so when I see you, I'm judging you based on what you presented to me.
Facts.
So like,
Facts. And that's why I think style is judged, because it's literally the first impression that someone gets of you.
Exactly.
Like, you could definitely tell, like, oh, wow. Like, if someone's shirt is ironed versus someone's shirt not being ironed, you're like, okay, you put in the extra effort or the extra step to
Yes.
kind of go the extra mile to really be clean and polished in your look in its entirety.
Or you
and I
rushed out the
think,
door.
like, right, you know? And I mean, I definitely think there's times for both. Like,
Right.
there are times where you're rushing out of the door, and then there are times when you put in a little bit effort. But I think depending on what the event is or where you're going, that's when you know to put in that extra effort or not. So that's, I
That's
think that's
true.
good on why people are judged by their style.
So, question.
Hmm?
Do you choose the people around you based on their style?
Okay, so like the corporate America side of me definitely wants to say, like, no, I definitely don't. But like, if I'm being 1,000%, like, I will say it does matter a little bit, but it doesn't matter in like no type of like mean girl way or anything like that. It just so matters where I might want to try to help you in a sense, just because I don't ever want it to be like I'm the only one looking good in any setting that I go in. Like, I've always been that type of person. I want everybody that's with me to look good. I want everybody to be on. I want them to look at us as like a group, to be like a force to be. Like, I don't want it to just be like, oh, like this person and that person out of the group, like they kind of like hold it down. Like, I want all of us to be on. So if I feel like I can give you some pointers or like kind of step in a little bit to elevate your look, I definitely will.
So y'all hear what he said? I want y'all to hold on to that, because I'm going to come back to that before this show ends, okay? So remember that, because that just actually opened something for me. But I won't let them know what it is, but we're going to keep going. All right, so. Okay. To me, I definitely feel you on that. I would say I'm kind of the same way, but I have more friends that I've been friends with for a long time. And not to sound cocky or anything, but I feel like that a lot of my friends adapt to me.
Yes.
So it's more like they'll call me and be like, "What you think?" before I walk out this door. You know what I'm saying?
Wearing?
What you wearing?
What we putting on?
What you
What's
got
the
on?
vibes before
I
we
need
go?
to change. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that, like, because they know how I am. It's like, and we know how we are. We call each other before we even walk out that door. You know, like, what we give it today?
What's the vibe?
Like, what's the vibe?
What's
you know?
going on?
So I feel like that I don't necessarily have to choose friends who have styles. I feel like that it just came with time, with them being around me. So it's just like they like, oh, he doing his shit, and I need to make sure that I'm doing my shit too when I'm out with him.
Okay.
And those are the type of friends you need, because
that part,
they don't want to look a mess when they're with you. Boom. I love it.
So, okay, well, since you answered in that way, would you say that style makes you cool or not?
Makes me cool.
Not necessarily you, but I mean just any individual in general. Do you think like if they have style that gives them a little bit of pull that maybe they wouldn't have if they didn't have style?
For sure.
Because I agree. I say
sure.
yes, for sure.
For sure.
Because I know a lot of people that's out here making it just off the sense that they have good style.
It has no personality, really.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? But, and so...
Or maybe they're not that cute, but they could dress their ass off.
So I take that back. They may have the personality. They just don't look that cute, and they can dress their ass off, and they're like...
It comes together.
Exactly. Yes.
It's like, oh, okay, you may not be that cute in the face, but you put your shit on.
You
like,
put your shit on.
Okay.
Okay.
that'll make somebody look at you twice.
Okay. They'll be like, you know what? You get it the clip.
He ain't that cute, but he got them chrome hearts on.
Okay.
Like.
Exactly. No. Facts. And I think that, and I kind of want to talk about that too, because just because it's designer doesn't mean that it looks good.
Facts.
Okay, so it's all about how you dress, and so like, I'm not a fan of chrome hearts, but I have seen somebody put on some chrome hearts that made me be like, oh, I think I want a pair.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like,
yes.
that is definitely true. So like, it's all about how they like present themselves. But to go back to the whole cool thing, doesn't make a person cool. Like I said, I think that the style represents who you are, and it speaks that personality. So I think I'm a cool person. So like, I feel like that speaks in the things that I wear and that I do. So I think that does make me cool.
I think style makes you cool. I definitely think so. I think even the way people treat you in the world, like when you're well put together, you got your shit on, like people definitely treat you better. Like than if you just kind of throw yourself together. Exactly. Because I noticed it once. I'm like, when I put in my full effort to my look and how I want to look and go out into society versus like me just kind of throwing something on, like I definitely am treated differently.
Exactly.
Like I notice it for sure.
So have you ever watched, like, not even watched or heard somebody say like, oh, like when you're a millionaire or a billionaire, you don't have to worry about that. Like you might see him in a tank top and some khakis and blah blah blah. Let me tell you something. I just want to say this while this on my mind. You might see that tank top and them khakis, but I guarantee you, them khakis is probably $1,200.
Okay.
And that little simple T-shirt.
Man, listen.
Just because we don't see the brand don't mean they ain't spending that cheddar.
Okay.
So don't get into the fact of like, because I just feel like social media just like.
It's so label driven.
It is.
It's very label driven for sure.
But like everybody wears it. Everybody wears designer. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're a billionaire or a thousandaire, hundredaire.
And the crazy thing is, a lot of people don't even be looking good in designer. If we're being all the way honest, like it just be designer. That's it. That's what it is.
Facts. But I just don't want people to feel like that. You can't spend your money if you're not a billionaire because they be like, oh, the billionaires don't even buy this, but they do.
I always tell everyone that I don't even feel like that you really have a sense of style unless you can go into the thrift store and put an outfit together and like it, and people look at you like, oh, they got that shit on.
Exactly.
To me, that's style.
Yes.
That's someone that has a sense of style because you literally created something out of nothing.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, anybody could throw on, like, designer labels and things like that. Come on, the quality is made better. Like, it's automatically going to elevate you.
Yeah.
But let me see you go turn some rags into riches, and then I'm going to really be impressed by you.
I would love to see it.
But I do want to, like, okay, so, because even though we're talking about fashion on this episode, I kind of want to segue into a little bit of both of, like, fashion and dating in a sense. So, my next question for you is, does the person that you date have to have a sense of style, or does that not matter to you?
It does matter to me.
Okay.
And
why? I agree, but I just want to know why.
Because I just feel like that, like I said, like style and personality are like this to me. So I feel like that if you don't have the style, your personality is probably not where I could meet you halfway. So I'm like, even if, and it's not like your style have to be my style. You just have to have your own personal style. And I have to notice it.
Right.
You know, because, and I don't mean like a bum style, like bummy. Like, I mean, like, I can look at you and be like with my fiance, like, I can look at something and be like, oh my God, you would wear this. Or I can see, that shows
like, that's your style.
That's your style.
That's your,
he has a style.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When I see something, I'm like, oh, you wear this. You would wear this, like, because he has his own style. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when someone don't have no style, you can't say that.
Exactly.
You know? So, like, I need that. Like, even when I'm shopping for a person, like, I need to know, like, this person would wear this because I know their style.
And not necessarily, like, what I like, you might like.
Exactly.
Like, I want to know that what I'm buying for you is for you. And, like, you're going to wear it and you're going to like it because it's your sense of style.
Exactly.
I totally feel that.
So, while we're on here, since we're talking about dating, y'all, I want to kind of bring something that was off camera, on camera. Me and my best friend, we be talking a lot.
A lot. So, I'm going to kind of like hand the mic to him because I kind of want him to share this story with y'all. And I'll call it the horror dating story. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, how about you cut to the chase?
Okay.
And let them know, T.
Oh God, let's cut to the chase. Okay. I don't know what it is, you guys. I definitely feel like, I am a hopeful romantic. I like to say hopeful instead of hopeless because I am hopeful that, like, there is a silver lining at the end of this tunnel. However, I feel like I am definitely living my Princess and the Frog era because I just keep kissing all these frogs and the prince is not coming. And this last particular, like, dating story that I had was just, like, horrible. And I don't know. Okay, let's just get into some things, basically. So I pretty much, like, was trying to be nice. And I was stepping out on, I don't know what you want to call it. I guess I was stepping out on faith. And I was just trying to give somebody a chance that, in all actuality, I probably should have never gave a chance to. But, I didn't want to be, because a lot of times I get the bad rep for that person that's like, oh, it's all about the money with you, or it's all about like the things, this and that. So I'd be trying to prove people wrong that it's not all about that with me, that I can date someone that is maybe not all the way put together or whatever. So long of the short, I was dating this guy and I thought everything was cool. They were kind of transitioning into like different job spaces from where they were coming from. And yeah, it just did not work out in my favor, if we're being honest. Like, I felt like they didn't have it. They wasn't really trying to get it. They was making me feel bad about, I would say, like, having it, or, you know, being able to provide and stuff. And they just really showed their ass in the end, like crazy. Like, really tried to play in my face as if I was the one that needed help or needed $5. Like, it was just like insane. No, I'm dead ass. Like, I wish I could say that I'm lying, but like, I'm not lying. Like,
It was
no.
the Wi-Fi for me.
Yes. And then let's talk about Xfinity. Let's talk about Xfinity, because Xfinity, you guys are helping and supporting the fuck nigga broke nigga antics, okay? Because I found out that Xfinity will allow you to latch on anyone that has Xfinity cable, Wi-Fi, anything. If your phone is off and they have Xfinity, your phone will automatically latch onto them. Not necessarily their true Wi-Fi, but just because they got that box, you could use their Wi-Fi to make your phone work. And the guy that I was talking to at the time, I'm not gonna lie, he definitely was doing that. He was using Wi-Fi to move and shake throughout. Like, literally would be in the middle of an argument and his phone cut off. It say like it's not delivered because he didn't got knocked out of Wi-Fi somewhere.
Now,
Like,
my best
so
friend over here
embarrassing.
thinking he blocked, and then 2 days later is delivered.
No, like, was never blocked. It's just he wasn't in Wi-Fi, so he didn't receive the message at that time.
Oh my god!
But like, I just feel like, yeah, I don't know. I gotta stop giving people chances. I feel like when I be giving people chances, they be feeling like that they're the prize, they're the catch. And yeah, nah, it be nothing of the sort. Like, they didn't even have 4 friends who could give them $20. That should have told me everything I needed to know. And this is not me being shady at all, but like, when I really think back on it, I'm like, what was I doing? And I just think about what you said when you're like, best friend, I get it, it's okay. Like, we all want to be in love. Like, we all been through it. And I really think I was just blind by the vision of, I was wooed when we first met. Mm-hmm. And I think I was just trying to hold on to that wooing of the first time meeting.
That's how it always is. You try to hold on to that part that you just knew, and you think that they're going to be that person.
No, and it was not. And I'm really being nice, because I could say a whole lot more. Like, I could say a whole lot more, but it's nice. Like, I'm going to be nice and I'm going to show grace or whatever. But yeah, I will never make that mistake again. Like, that was...
So, with that being said, like, you know, lately you've been kissing the frogs and no one's turning into the prince and things like that. I have a question. Are you, like, self-consciously, like, bringing those people around you? Do you feel that you are?
I think, honestly, what it is like, I'm not... I think, you know, if we're being 100% honest, complete transparency, I think when, you know, I start to see my really, really close friends, my best friend, rather, like someone like you, be in a healthy relationship and thrive in your relationship, you want that as well.
Right.
And I feel like, you know, I need to get to that point, because we're going to elevate in our life. Like, you're going to elevate to a point to where it's going to truly be like, you know, you and your partner and the things that you guys do. You're going to want to travel different. It's different than like single you.
Right.
So I feel like it is important for us to kind of elevate at the same time. It doesn't have to be at the exact same time, but that's what I was looking for.
Okay.
But I will admit that I kind of was rushing it, because I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, my best friend is already there. there. He's found his person. They're engaged. Like, we're planning a wedding, like things like that. Like, it's serious. So I'm like, damn, I feel like I need to catch up. Like, I need to get there. I need to be talking to someone. I need to be on that level with someone. Like, and it's almost like a pressure that you feel. And it's not like you put that pressure on me. It's just me putting that own pressure on myself of wanting to be in that space where it's like, okay, I can't be the only single friend out here, because single friends and friends in a relationship, you guys do things differently. Like, even the conversations and stuff that you have, like, it's going to be different. Just like how we say, like, you know, we can't really support certain actions that people may do because we're just not in that space. Like, we can't support that. Especially, like, if I'm in a whole relationship, how I'm going to support you doing some fuck shit? Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
So I felt like that was a bit of a pressure for me, but now I think really the main focus for me is just taking a step back and really analyzing everyone that I give my energy to. And, like, slowing down. Like, everything is not a race. It's definitely a marathon, and you don't have to move so fast. Even if you do have friends that are elevating in different spaces without you, it's not like you're being left behind. It's just, you know, it may take a little bit longer for you. And I'm okay, and I know that now.
And
but
I always
didn't
say,
at the
everybody's
time.
blessings arrive differently. You know, it doesn't arrive at the same time. So it doesn't feel like, I mean, it doesn't mean that, you know, just because this is happening in their life is going to happen in yours, like right now. It may happen next year. It may happen the year after that.
Right.
You know, it's all about patience, you know. But I was going to ask you, what do you think the issue is? But you answered it already. So, y'all, I kind of want to go back. So, remember when I said, hold it, and I'm going to come back? This is the comeback. You guys, my best friend likes projects.
I do.
He likes
oh my God.
projects. And that is what he actually, that's the energy that comes around him, because he likes to help a person see themselves and build them and give them, like, the self-esteem to make them feel better. And he likes to elevate them. And then he elevates them, and then he gets heartbroken. And
that is so true.
Yes.
That's all facts. Like, I can't even sit here and, like, deny it or play around. Like, that's so true. And I really feel like that be my biggest downfall is that, like, I do be wanting to, like, fix somebody up or I see the potential in them that they don't even see in themselves. And I'll be like, I can help you. Like, I can elevate you to get to this spot or to get to this point. And then when I do, they start acting as if, like, they were helping me or, like, they were the prize or, like, they had it all the way together. And it's like, wait, no.
Hold on.
I just try to get you to see your fullest potential, like, not shit on me in the process. But that is something that I can admit, you guys, like, I need to work on. Like, I be trying to see the best in everybody. And I just be like, no, I can fix them up. Like, I could work with this. And nah, it's definitely been a dud every single time I've tried.
And that's why I asked him earlier, like, do he know that he's actually, like, subconsciously, like, is bringing that to him? Because earlier he said that he loved, y'all heard it, he said he loved to, like, show them what they can be and, like, take them to this other place that they can, like,
so
inspire.
true.
So, like, he said that out of his mouth. And to me, that confirms, because in his head, that's what he's putting into the atmosphere. So those are the type of people that he's attracting to, like, uplift and change.
Definitely fixer-uppers.
Yeah. And
I don't want to do that anymore. Oh, my God.
We're going to do that. So my question to you is, like, how are you going to change your mindset? Because right now I don't know if you are still in that headspace. I don't want to put that on you, but, like, you know that, like, okay, projects have been my thing. So what are you now going to do to change that?
Honestly, you know, it's just something that I have to keep in mind at all times. And I have to, like, I literally sit back and I analyze my own conversations that I'm having with people. I analyze the things that people are saying to me. And I really determine, like, hey, like, am I, liking this person for the potential that I see in them, or am I liking this person for who they really say that they are?
Yeah.
And I think that's been helping me out tremendously because I'm not going off based off of like, oh, I see this for you or I see that for you, and I want to do this to help you out, and I'm just like, no, I need you to present to me like what the vibes are or what's going on, and then from there, once we truly get on that level or find that we're equally yoked, then that's when, if I have an opinion or something like that, I can help you out. But no, you're totally right. I was meeting people and automatically like making our YouTube intro together. I just saw it for them. I'm like, I can help you out, or you could be better at this if you did this, if you did that. But now I don't want any more projects.
Yeah. No, absolutely not.
I'm done with the projects.
You just have to not settle. And you just have to know that, like, you know, at the end of the day, like, it's bad bitch Hollywood. And everybody can't take bad bitch Hollywood. You know, you can't let everybody in Hollywood. Everybody can't live there. Everybody can afford to live there. And in Hollywood, in L.A., the prices don't go down because nobody can afford it.
Okay.
So you keep the prices up and don't diminish yourself and lower your character and lower your standards because you feel like someone has the potential. I just feel like that you just need to start dating someone who is on your level already. Because once you get there, even if like the person you first date that's on your level but you don't really like them, you get an element of like, oh, okay.
A sense of what it feels like.
Exactly.
Like, this is right.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm happy you even brought that up because a lot of times I feel like that I do have to date like lower. And not saying that I feel like I'm above or anything like that, but I just mean that in a sense because people automatically judge me. They judge me off, like, you know, the way I look, like where I come from, like different things like that, that automatically I feel like I have to accept certain things because I don't want to come off as like being that bougie one or being that this person or that like judgy person, when in all actuality I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice because I still can hold my ground and still have standards and boundaries. That doesn't mean I'm being like cocky or arrogant or like, you know, shallow in any way. And like I think that was messing me up, is that I didn't know how to differentiate the two. I didn't know what was being shallow versus what was just accepting anything.
Exactly. And we actually spoke about that. Yeah. Because I was pretty much telling you, like, the difference is like, shallow is like, you know, oh, you know, your head is too big. I can't date you. You know.
Because I feel like I had to accept the fact that, you know, dude didn't have a job at the time because he was honest with me and told me, like, hey, I don't have a job at the time. Like,
no, that is called standards. These are your standards. That's not being shallow. You know, don't come with me if your shit not together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My shit is together.
Hello.
So if I'm coming to you and I got all my ducks in a row, that's the difference if we're dating and then
like
that
you fall off or like something happens.
Okay, I get it. But you don't come into anything. No. Absolutely not. And I think that's where we mess up at because we think we try to be human. We try to be understanding. But it's just like you said, it's a disservice to us because we're
because I've been bit every single time I've done that.
Yeah. No.
Every single time I like tried to see the potential in somebody or try to like not be shallow or like hold my standards, I'll always end up being shitted on.
Yeah, absolutely not. We're not doing nothing around. You ain't got no job. You ain't got no money. You can't give me nothing.
Okay.
Go. Yeah.
You ain't got 4 friends that give you $20.
Okay. Up here behind without glasses, calling them Tiffany.
Throwback. Okay, Rydell. Rydell glasses. Like, wow, embarrassing.
Ooh, in a Tiffany box.
In a Tiffany box. Like, where did you even get that from? Like, please. Oh my God, y'all. I done been through some stuff. We got stories for y'all. We could go on for days and days and days.
We really can. Oh my goodness.
Would you say that, like, you subconsciously have the energy that attracts the type of people that you like? Or do you have to work at it? Like, is it a
So
constant effort?
I will say this. So at a point, I felt like that I was a project builder too, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And and
G Star.
Aldo. But I will say that I had to learn from that. You know what I'm saying? Because I no longer wanted to be a project builder, you know?
Right.
Because like I got tired of always pushing out and not receiving. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And that
It's
gets
so draining.
It's very draining.
It's exhausting.
Yes. So I had to change my mindset. I had to stop dating people who needed help or like who I felt like should be wearing
And
this
then,
instead
not
of
to
that.
cut you off, I'm sorry, but don't you
Okay.
find that those are the people who usually start to shit on you as if
Yeah.
like you were the one who didn't have your shit together, or you were the one who like what
I
is
came
that?
in here and I upgraded you. and you
Hello,
update- Wow. Yeah.
like
It's always the
that's
one.
crazy to me.
Always the one. So I learned that don't date nobody who can't afford what you can give them.
Hello,
You know what I'm saying? So like don't overpour. Okay?
yes, overextend yourself.
Overextend yourself. I need you to pour into me while I'm able to pour into you.
Hello,
Okay, and vice versa.
because I'm not
So-
gonna empty my cup to fill up yours.
Do
Hello,
you hear me? Hello. Call, are you there?
yes,
All right.
and that's what a lot of times I felt like I was doing.
Yeah. And when you
And-
feel like that, that's when you have to stop.
Yeah.
You have to stop because that means that you are pouring too much. Anytime you have to question yourself, am I doing too much? You're doing too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You should never have to question yourself about your actions, about what you're doing for someone else.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And my thing
And I
is,
also think it depends on someone's like priorities, like what's
Exactly.
important to them.
yeah.
Because there will often be times where like I would be like, "You sure? Like that's what you want or that's what you need? Like you care about getting that over getting this?
Yes.
Like yeah, your priorities are not aligned,
Exactly.
and this is why this probably isn't going to work out."
And then another thing is that don't try to make me do something or feel like that it's an obligation for me to do it when all the ones before you and even yourself wouldn't even do it for you.
Hello.
And I feel like that's another thing that's wrong.
And that
with
says a
society,
lot
too.
about someone too.
It does. It does. But that's
The
another
fact
thing.
that people aren't willing to help you, because that is
Yeah.
one thing that I will say. Like, I feel like when I do fall down on my luck and things like that, the reason why I always have a solid group of people that can look out for me, that can help for me, is because that is the energy that I put out in the world.
Mhm.
Like, I am that person that, like, I look out for my people. I help
Mhm.
my people when I can. Like, when I'm on, you on. When I'm up, you up. Hell, if I got $1, you got 50
Exactly.
cents. Like,
Mhm.
I'm that type of person, and I think that's what helps me out in the world. And that's why I tell people all the time, I'm never going to change who I am
Mhm.
because of who you are.
Exactly.
Like, just because you're not a good person, like,
Mhm.
I'm not going to be jaded, and I'm not going to hold that energy in with me just because, like, you didn't, like, hold the end of your bargain. Like,
Exactly. And I always say, like, I said this before, when you step out and you look at your friends, and I mean all of your friends, not associates, but your like true friends, you see characteristics of yourself. It may not be 100%, but there's something about each one of your friends that gravitates to you because of what you have. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, so, like, you're a giving person, you're a loving friend, you're loyal. Those are characteristics of me. This is why we mesh. Like, and then you have, like, it's some people, like, some friends.
you
other
just
people-
want to party with. You just want to go out.
Exactly, but
like,
those are still characteristics of you.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's
So,
a
like,
side of you that you really like and that you want to indulge
Exactly.
with. It may not be all the time, but it definitely is necessary in a moment.
For sure. So, that being said, we both like projects.
We do.
And that's what draw us together. And that's why we've always experienced the same things because we have always liked to build.
Oh my
people
God,
up.
that's crazy. I didn't even really think about it
Yes,
like that until right now.
Yes.
But it also makes sense of why we're always going through the same things at the
Mhm.
same time. We can
Yes.
always relate in
Yes.
situations where I'm like, no, that don't make sense to me. Like, I agree
Exactly.
with you 100%.
Yes. Yes. So what we have to start doing is just like putting that energy into other things. Like we
Hmm.
don't want to make our partners projects. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? It's all. I mean, it's cool to like enhance a little bit, but we don't want. They should never be projects when they come to us. If
Right.
anything,
And vice versa. Like, we
yes.
don't want to be
We
anyone's
don't want to be
project.
anymore. Exactly. Enhancements are different.
Right.
Okay. Enhancement and projects are two.
Elevations.
Exactly. Those
Yes.
are two totally different things, honey. But yes.
So how do you think our stories can help others out there who are like going through similar things?
Mm,
Like, how would you tell them, hey, look, stop. You're not Bob the Builder. Stop picking up projects. Like, what do you think that is?
I feel like that the mind and the tongue are powerful in this world.
Yes.
And whatever you put into this atmosphere, God will create and will show you what you have manifested. Okay? And you just have to actually know what you want and speak on what you want and do the actions of what you want. And I think that's why I've been able to be blessed, because I had to change my whole mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, you've been in my life. I've dated, and it's been what the heck is going on?
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
I know.
like, yes, it took for me to step back and just release. Like sometimes you have to change the way your mindset, your tongue, what you
Mm-hmm.
speak, because what you say is so powerful, and people do not understand that. People do not understand that.
Okay.
For real, yes. Like you literally will speak whatever is on your mind into existence.
That's facts.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
Yes. So you ever seen somebody that always say like, "Oh my God, I'm so broke," da, 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 da. And
Oh my God. And they literally always
and
be
they
broke.
always broke. You know why? Because you keep saying it.
The tongue is
The
so
tongue is
powerful.
So if
like,
you
the
keep
tongue
saying
is
you broke,
so
you
powerful.
gonna stay broke. Like you got
Literally.
to change it. You be like, "Oh, I keep getting these blah blah blah, these terrible niggas." You gonna keep getting these terrible niggas.
The worst one.
The worst ones, because you keep saying it, and you have to change it. You have to
I
change it.
subconsciously like prevent myself from saying negative things like that because I know how powerful the tongue is.
Yeah, no,
There
yeah.
have been times where I legit have manifested things into my life by just speaking on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was crazy how it really came into fruition because of that.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, no, I really think people got to be careful with what they say because
For real.
you don't understand. You're shaping your life and you don't even realize it.
Yes.
Like, you got to
Yes.
stop talking like that. Speak positivity over your life.
Okay.
For real.
That's why when people be like, "Oh, you got money," I be like, "Yeah, I do."
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Literally,
Amen.
I had this conversation with my mom the other day that literally I've been manifesting that I was going to be like a wealthy person or a rich person since I was like a little kid. I used to tell my mom all the time that I was rich. And my mom used to be looking at me like, what? Little kid that don't got a job, ain't making $1. Like, how are you rich? But like, I just knew in my mind and in my spirit that like, I always wanted to be there.
Yeah.
And that was going to be my life. So I was just like, yeah, like, no, I'm
and you're
rich.
going to be there.
Yeah.
You're going to be there.
Like, I'm going to be rich.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's in your blood. That's gonna happen.
We're speaking it.
We're speaking it. Start with this show.
Hello.
Okay. Stephanie into increases.
Okay,
You
cut
hear
to
me?
the chase because
Yes.
we getting to
Cut
it.
to the chase. Cut to the check. Cut my check. Okay.
Yes, okay.
Yes. But
Y'all need us to sponsor you out there.
oh yeah, if y'all want to sponsor some stuff, just come on and slide through.
Need us to wear a hoodie or two or put something in the camera view.
Do you hear
We
me?
got you.
We got you. We are not stingy over here.
We share the wealth.
Yes.
Is there anything that we're missing that we want to chop it up before we go?
I just feel like that we kind of like chopped it up a lot. Surprisingly, I'm just so surprised. We hit
I think
everything.
so too. I'm happy though. I definitely
am.
love the fashion points that we talked about. I love the
Yes.
dating points that we talked about. I definitely
Yes.
think that this is something legit and that people will take away from this episode.
Absolutely. And I'm excited to see the reactions and everything from this episode. Like, well, from the show, period. You know?
Yes.
Very, very excited. But thank you all for tuning in. We love you, and we will see you next time on Cut to the Chase.
Yes.
And I'm Chase.
And I'm Deshaun Hollywood.
And you can follow me actually on Instagram _Chase Me.
And I'm Deshaun Hollywood _ on all platforms.
All right. Until next time. See ya.
Peace.